What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Monday, January 10th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 7-game slate. So let's take a look at the point guard position. I like Mike Conley from the Utah Jazz playing the Detroit Pistons, who have the 6th worst defense overall, and they give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Mike Conley has averaged 29.1 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 28 minutes per game with a 20% usage rate. He's projected at 29.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5 times value. He's $5,900 DraftKings salary, $600 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 222.5 points scored in this game, and Mike Conley has scored 29 and 27 fantasy points in his last 2 games, playing 30 and 29 minutes. And he scored 35 and 42 fantasy points in his last 2 games versus the Pistons. So it's a good matchup. He's got some good upside at this price point. So I like Mike Conley here versus the Detroit Pistons. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. Now, also eligible at the point guard position, I like Dennis Schroeder from the Boston Celtics playing the Indiana Pacers, who have a good defense overall. They're middle of the pack defending opposing shooting guards. Dennis Schroeder has averaged 28.6 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 32 minutes per game with a 24% usage rate. He's projected at 27.2 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.3 times value. He's $5,100 DraftKings salary, $200 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 215.5 points scored in this game. Now, Dennis Schroeder has not been playing as many minutes, but he's still got that 30-plus fantasy point upside. Salary has come down quite a bit. So the last 3 games, he scored 12, 31, and 24 fantasy points, playing 21, 27, and 25 minutes. So if he can play 25 minutes or more and get 25 fantasy points or more here, he'll hit value at his price tag. So I like Dennis Schroeder here versus the Indiana Pacers. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. And just real quick, if you're looking for a player whose minutes have been trending up, take a look at Emmanuel Quickley from the New York Knicks playing the San Antonio Spurs, who have the 8th worst defense overall, and they give up the 6th most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. He's also eligible at the point guard position. He scored 29, 26, and 16 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 36, 25, and 22 minutes. So it's interesting that he played 36 minutes last game. If he's going to get 30 plus minutes, then I think he can hit value here. He's $4,900 DraftKings salary, $100 more on FanDuel. So I think this is an interesting play. Emmanuel Quickley here versus the San Antonio Spurs. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. I like Lonnie Walker from the San Antonio Spurs playing the New York Knicks, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. They're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing small forwards. Also eligible at the shooting guard position, Lonnie Walker has averaged 20.8 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 23 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. He's projected at 22.4 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.3 times value. He's 4,200 DraftKings salary, 200 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 214.5 points scored in this game, and Lonnie Walker has scored 40 and 21 fantasy points in the last 2 games, playing 32 and 19 minutes. So I like Lonnie Walker here versus the New York Knicks.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. I like Tobias Harris from the Philadelphia 76ers playing the Houston Rockets, who have the worst defense overall. They give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Tobias Harris has averaged 36.3 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 35 minutes per game with a 24% usage rate. He's projected at 37.3 fantasy points here tonight. I think he can score 40 fantasy points or more in this one, get you 5 times value or more. He's 8,000 DraftKings salary, 200 less on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 227 points scored in this game. And Tobias Harris has scored 39, 47, and 32 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 34, 43, and 35 minutes. So I like Tobias Harris here versus the Houston Rockets. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Bobby Portis from the Milwaukee Bucks playing the Charlotte Hornets, who have the second worst defense overall. They give up the second most fantasy points to opposing centers. Bobby Portis has averaged 33.2 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 28 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. He's projected at 33.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.9 times value. He's 6,800 DraftKings salary, 800 less on FanDuel. So I love that FanDuel price. Vegas thinks there's going to be 234.5 points scored in this game. So a super high scoring game here, a good game to stack. And Bobby Portis has scored 41, 47, and 23 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 37, 32, and 21 minutes. So I like Bobby Portis here versus the Charlotte Hornets.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.